What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Andrew Benintendi has been traded to the Kansas City Royals. Let's get to it. And what's going on, baseball fans? How you doing tonight? Hello, hello. Familiar faces in the chat. BZ Baseball, Jackson, Tyler Golisano. I hope I pronounced that right. Mauricio, Evan, Edmund 19. What is going on? Phantom TJ, Faraz Nazir, Ryan Jansen. Hello. Beach is here. Andrew Lee is here. Michael Yanks is here. Octagon, hello. Braden, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I am kind of, what is the word right now? Kind of rattled a little bit. A little rattled. I'm sitting here enjoying myself a little protein shake before I start to maybe cuddle off into bed. And all of a sudden, Andrew Benintendi has been traded. Whoa, we got a super chat. Frosty iOS with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm still kind of processing everything right now. A guy that I have loved having on the Red Sox since 2016 now. I mean, good grief. Andrew Benintendi has been so good for the Red Sox. You know, he has dipped a little bit in the last couple of years. I was kind of thinking, all right, you know what? Hey, Andrew Benintendi, he can have a bounce back season this year. Hey, we'll be good to go. I was hearing some good stuff over the offseason. Maybe, you know, losing a little weight, trying to get the agility back up again. And I was kind of feeling like, all right, you know what, Andrew Benintendi, we're looking pretty good. Frosty iOS with another 99-cent super chat. Really appreciate that, everyone. But yeah, sorry if I sound like I don't know what, like, I feel like I'm crazy right now. I don't know what the heck is even going on. Wow, I really was not expecting anything to happen. And, yeah, so anyway, we're going to process this all together. From what I have seen so far, from what I've seen, it looks like some details are still coming out on the trade. It's not a done deal by any means. Well, it's a done deal, but the players that are coming back to the Red Sox and maybe even the Mets as well, it's not fully revealed as of right now. There is one player coming from the Royals to the Red Sox that is confirmed. But I remember I saw like just one player and then like another prospect involved. And I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. That's the trade? That's it? But luckily, it looks like there is some more stuff coming back to the Red Sox. So have to wait and see. But everyone, 114 people in the chat right now. You guys are awesome for coming out tonight. This was very short notice. Was not planning on going live tonight. I actually did a video today on the actually, do I have the picture here? No, I don't have the picture. But if you go to my channel, I just recently, we got a super chat. Michael Yanks, $5 super chat. Even with this trade, the Royals are still a fourth place team in the AL Central. You know, I agree, but I really like this move for the Royals, to be honest with you. I really think Benintendi, I think that could be a great fit for them. I don't know why, and I'm going to get to a tweet here I had in a little bit where I actually posted this tweet quite a while ago, and I feel like Benintendi is going to be a pretty good fit. But look out for the Royals this year. I don't think they're going to do anything too crazy, but they've had a fun offseason. I've really liked the offseason they've had. But let's get into it. Let's get into it here. So before I get started, if you are new here right now, I see 126 people in here right now. If you are new and you are looking for more baseball news and content, think about hitting that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 6K by opening day. We're at 5.74K right now. We are very close to 6K. So again, if you are looking for more news and content in the baseball world, think about hitting that subscribe button. Like the stream, everyone, if you can. It's going to get it out to more baseball fans, especially to those Red Sox, Royals, and Mets fans that are looking for more coverage on this trade. So hit that like button for me. And go follow me on Twitter as well. I'm talking baseball there throughout the day. So let's just get right into it. So, again, Andrew Benintendi going to the Royals. So I just want to point something out real quick, if I may. If I may actually, share something from... about a month ago, I tweeted this out. I don't know why, but I feel like the Royals could be a mystery team in on Benintendi. They have Cordero currently on top of the depth chart for left field. He's only a .236 career hitter. Royals are rebuilding but active this offseason, have tons of pitching depth in their farm system. I don't know what it was. Like, I was kind of looking around. I'm thinking, like, all right, what teams could be a good fit for Benintendi? And I'm kind of looking around. I'm like, all right, maybe the Rangers. I don't know. Maybe the Athletics. Maybe the Cardinals. Actually, I thought the Cardinals would have been a pretty good fit. But then I kind of... Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Oh, the other channel of the Weirdo Show. Want to be a Cardinals fan now, please? Will Xander or Raffy be next? I don't think they're going to go. I think you're going to keep those guys around, I would imagine. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat, my friend. You have been awesome with the super chats lately. I really do appreciate that, helping support the channel. But yes, so... Yeah, I don't think Xander or Raffy are going to go anywhere. Personally, I just think, if anything, maybe Xander Bogaerts at some point, because he does have an opt-out, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Raffy, I really do want Raffy to just step up with the fielding a little bit. Is that too much to ask? Hopefully Cora can get that out of him this year. But back to this trade. I was kind of looking around, looking at some teams, and I'm like, you know what? The Royals... left field's not great for them right now. They could use another hitter in that lineup. Could use a lefty bat. And I'm thinking, like, and they have been busy this offseason. Benintendi's not... He kind of fits their timeline a little bit. And I kind of thought, I'm like, you know what? I like the Royals here. I like the Royals as a team that could trade for Benintendi. And then everything died down. And I kind of thought, all right, you know what? It looks like there's no deal that's going to happen. It looks like they're going to hang on to Benintendi. Everything just died on the rumor mill with Benintendi. And then out of nowhere, here it is. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just felt like personally a month ago, I just thought this was a good fit. So let's go take a look at the Royals right now, the way they are built. And I'm telling you, the Royals, I think if you're a Royals fan, I think this is a fun team. I like some of these moves they've made this offseason. You got some decent guys here. I love the young guys in the rotation. You brought back Greg Holland. I mean, the bullpen had some decent pieces last year. You still got Salvador Perez. You brought in Carlos Santana. Nicky Lopez is okay. You got Whit Merrifield there too. I mean, come on. I mean, Franchy Cordero, it looks like he is going to go back in the deal, whether to the Red Sox or to the Mets. We'll go look at this trade here in a second. I think it is the Red Sox. But they got Edward Olivares, young guy. Brought in Michael Taylor. I mean, this is a fun team. And, of course, you still got Jorge Soler, power bat. I really like this team. I think this is a fun team. And look out. I mean, who knows? Maybe they could put it together. They brought in Mike Minor as well. I like this team. Duffy's a decent guy in the rotation, like a fourth guy in the rotation. I love the combination of Brady Singer, Brad Keller, and Kris Bubic. I like this Royals team. And now you got Benintendi in there. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But let's actually go take a look right here. Here we go. So here is the latest on the trade. So it seems that there are still moving pieces to this arrangement. The Red Sox stand to acquire several additional players in addition to those already reported. So the guys going to the Red Sox in this trade, you have Franchy Cordero and you have Josh Winkowski. So I did pull up this trade on baseball trade values. As of right now, this is the trade, but it looks like the Red Sox are getting more pieces. And when I looked at this, I was thinking, you got to be kidding me. Like this? I mean, I don't mind Cordero, I guess. It's kind of like your Cordero. He's had his problems. Let's go take a look here at Cordero. Him and Benintendi are both kind of similar, where they've both been having their issues a little bit. So I actually haven't looked too much at Cordero, but definitely Benintendi has been the better player. Cordero, I mean, he's hit some home runs, but not too much as of right now. So I have to look more into Cordero. I haven't looked too much into him. I kind of just looked at the surface stats a little bit with him, but it seems like he hasn't really been able to figure it out very much in Kansas City. So who knows? And Chaim Bloom, I mean, I trust Chaim Bloom, man. I trust him. Yeah, I was getting a little frustrated with Chaim Bloom this offseason at one point because it's like, man, we're not doing anything. We're not making any moves. And I felt like it wasn't, too out of the question where it's like, come on, like, what is going on? It was like January, like halfway through January, and like nothing was even happening. So, but I trust Chaim Bloom as a baseball mind. So I'm trusting the fact that he's like, all right, you know what? We'll bring in Cordero, and he's going to be cheaper too. Benintendi is getting paid around like $5 or $6 million per year, I believe. So, I mean, it's not that much, but he is going to be a little cheaper. I mean, this guy's got a build. I'll say that. He's 6'3", 226 already. So he's a left-handed bat. It's just funny. Like, these two are like pretty identical. Lefty bats, both around. I think Benintendi was 26 years old as well. But let's go take a look at Benintendi. So, again, also 26 years old. Franchy Cordero is definitely a bigger guy. 6'3", 226. While Benintendi, whoa, we got a super chat coming in. Franchy is injury prone, Robbie. I saw him in Arizona. He hurt himself diving for a ball. Hey, those bigger guys sometimes, man, they can definitely be a little more injury prone. Who knows? Maybe he could end up being maybe a DH at some point. Maybe. I don't know. I have to look more at Cordero. I haven't really looked up too much on him, so I'm not going to sit here and just like, tell you like, well, Cordero has a ton of potential. I don't know. I haven't really looked at him too much, but it seems like a lot of you definitely know more about Cordero. Strikes out too much, injury prone. I'm seeing these. So I don't know. Maybe just a change of scenery here would be good for him. So we'll get more into him in a second. But Benintendi, as we can see, awesome 2017 season. Came up in 2016. Awesome in 2018. 2019, he kind of took a little dip. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But, he was still okay. But then 2020, he just really fell off the rails. So what happened with Benintendi? Here's basically what happened with Benintendi. The guy, he's always been more of a line drive kind of a guy. Hit the ball into the gaps, have a little speed, makes, create something on the bases. He's not a power hitter by any means, but he tried to make himself a power hitter. He tried to add on some weight. He tried to put a little more loft into the ball, and it threw off everything with him, and he just came into this year completely out of whack. So, the other channel of the Weirdo Show, again with another super chat. You are going crazy here, my friend. Do you see the Cardinals making any more moves? I'll tell you, I don't think so. I feel like if anything with the Cardinals, you're just going to see maybe just some minor things. I don't see them really doing anything. I mean, they needed offense. That was what they needed. They brought Yachty back. They got Wainwright back now. I think they just needed some offense, and they got that in a big way in Nolan Arenado. 200 people here in the chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome if you're just joining. Think about hitting that subscribe button. We're talking baseball here all the time. We're trying to get to 6K by opening day, so think about hitting that subscribe button. But Benintendi, he kind of fell off the rails. He tried to add some weight. He tried to basically turn into a power hitter. And his sprint speed went down. Everything was going down with him. So from what I've read this past offseason, he's lost a little bit of weight. He's worked on the agility. He's done all the things to kind of try and get back to the old Benintendi. And I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? The rumors kind of died with him. So, maybe he's going to stay in Boston. But as we can see here, he is on the move. But let's actually go take a look. Franchy Cordero, who is going back to the Red Sox here. I got to go on Twitter here in a second and see if there's any updates on whatever other players. But let's go take a look. I want to look at Baseball Savant with Franchy Cordero. All right, so taking a look. Again, he's got a thick frame already, I'll tell you that. So he's got speed. So that's good. So he's got some speed. Take a look. Had a decent barrel percentage in 2017. Let me actually do a side-by-side with Benintendi. Let me see if I can actually pull up a scouting report on Franchy Cordero. Okay. So, wait, he was with, okay, yeah, he was with the Padres. So, there's, I mean, Fangraphs at one point, they had an article here saying he was the most exciting player on the Padres back 2 years ago. So, the guy obviously had some hype. But let's actually go here, East Village Times. What do we got here on East Village Times? So, we're taking a look here at Franchy Cordero. Is this the year that Cordero can make himself an MLB regular for the Padres? Well, that didn't happen. So that was last year. A player with ridiculous speed, big-time raw power, and a plus arm. So, all right, maybe not a DH. Maybe he ends up staying in the outfield. So, hey, I love raw power, man. When you got raw power, Fenway Park, hey, that could be pretty good. Ridiculous speed. He's hoping to stay healthy. So, yeah, that has been the problem from what you guys have been saying. So, you know, that's kind of one thing with him. So let's actually pull up some video on Cordero. Let's take a look here. All right, so let me actually pull up a home run. So home run to center field. Here we go. I like the swing. I do like that swing. It's a nice swing. Boom. He's got some bat speed. You can definitely see that. Let's go to another one here. Oh, Super Chat. What is going on? Michael Yench, again, as a diehard Padres fan, I was huge on Franchy, but then he got hurt. So that's kind of a thing, you know? It's kind of, hey, maybe a change of scenery. It looks like the Royals are trying to take a different approach. You know, I just think the Red Sox are like, all right, you know what? We like the potential in Cordero. Let's take a chance on him. And it looks like they are going to be getting some other guys back. So have to wait and see who those other guys are. I'm still intrigued by who the other people are. So, but we're taking a look here at Franchy Cordero. Here we go. So this is against the lefty here in Coors Field. So you know this ball is going to fly. He hits the ball, man. Like that was loud. That was loud. So let's take a look here. Good grief. Was this past year? He's got a good swing, man. He's got a good swing. He puts a lot of power into the ball. I'm going to look at one more video here. So this was back in 2018. Let me see if there's something else other than Coors. All right, so this is in San Diego. Come on. Ugh. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Here we go. All right, so this was against San Francisco in 2018 with the Padres. Dude's got some bat speed, man. He's got some bat speed. Like, he is definitely a strong guy. The swing, I do like the swing, but it doesn't look as fluid as some other swings that I've, obviously, seen over the past year or over the years. So Cordero, I mean, you can see he's got power. You can definitely see that. The ball just jumps off the bat. So, hey, whatever. I mean, hey, you know what? If Benintendi gets a fresh start somewhere else, and then we can get, a really high upside guy here in Franchy Cordero, I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. And the guy's got a big frame, 6'3", 226. That's really solid, man. That's a really solid frame for a ball player. Only 26 years old. So, the Red Sox are they're trying to take a different approach here from what I can see. But let's actually take a look at Benintendi. So like I was saying, the stats have digressed. They have definitely digressed. So if you're taking a look here, here's the big difference here. Benintendi, over his career, he's averaged a barrel percentage of 6.4%, while Cordero, while not as big of a sample size, he is about doubled that. He is about doubled that barrel percentage. It's, again, not as big of a sample size, but that is something to point out. Taking a look at the exit velocity, 88.3 from Benintendi. 92.5 from Franchy Cordero. So it looks like the Red Sox, they're thinking, all right, you know what? We're going to take a chance on this guy because this guy can hit bombs. And if they can find a way to keep him healthy, it could end up being really good. So I think just the Red Sox, they're just trying to take a different approach. So it's going to be really interesting. I would imagine Cordero now is going to be the opening day left fielder. I would imagine, unless there's some more moves in the tank. I don't know. Are there any updates on this trade? So, all right. Let's actually get to the Mets guy. So the Mets acquire Royals prospect Khalil Lee. So let's actually take a look on him real quick. So, hey, good for the Mets getting a young guy here. How did the Mets get involved with this? So, what? Oh, that's not it. What is going on here? Here we go. Here's the... So, how are they getting this guy? I mean, again, it has to be because of some other pieces. But, I mean, hey. Khalil Lee, 22 years old. 3rd round, 2016 draft. As of right now, he has not yet to reach the majors, but in the minors, I mean, he's hit 256, OPS of 775. He's got some power. He hit 17 homers in 2017. So he's a very toolsy guy. He's got some power. He's got some speed. So I would love to read a scouting report. Before 2019, he was ranked number 61 on Baseball Prospectus. So, pretty nice there. But the Mets are getting... What does he play? He's an outfielder. Okay. So, but yeah, hey, for the Mets, they got to start kind of adding some guys here to their farm system. They got to start adding some guys. But as of right now, from the latest that we've seen with Khalil Lee, in 2019 and 2020, only played 5 games. Hit 222. So I don't know what happened there. This past year, just a lot. I don't know what's been going on. It looks like he's been hurt or like whatever. But oh wait, this is the Puerto Rican league. This is the Puerto Rican league. I'm like, what the heck kind of a league is this? But yeah, that's the Puerto Rican league. So he did play this year. It didn't fare very well, but it's only 12 games. So I mean, the Red Sox, they have Jarren Duran in this league as well. And it kind of took him a little bit to get going. So I don't know if maybe he just needed some more time. But in 2019 in Double-A, he had the 8 homers, 51 RBIs. He stole... Oh, wow. I didn't even notice. I didn't even see that. 53 stolen bases. Holy crap. I thought that was RBIs. Whoa. Okay. All right. That's pretty decent. I thought those were RBIs when I first looked. Jesus. 53 RBIs. Oh, my. But he could end up being something for the Mets down the road. But he's pretty close from what we can see. But again, here is the trade as of right now. Again, there are going to be more pieces, so this is not finalized. But for the Royals, as of right now, this trade on paper as of right now, the Mets are winning this by a mile because they're getting a really good prospect here. So it's funny, the Red Sox. So as of right now, the winner of this trade currently constructed on here is the Mets. And then the Royals are actually losing in this trade, getting Benintendi. So I'm very curious to see who these other guys are. I want to know. As we can see here. But then Josh Winkowski as well. Let me actually pull up the Royals. Where did he rank on these? 217 people in the chat. You guys are awesome. Why can't I look at the Royals' top prospects? Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, why can't I look at top prospects? Can we go to the overall? Here we go. Let's see. Kansas City. Okay, I cannot see it. Here it is. 2020. So Khalil Lee, he was the number 8 prospect for the Royals coming into last year. And then, what was the other guy's name again? It was, no, keep looking at the wrong one. It was Winkowski. So Winkowski wasn't even on their top 30 last year. How about 2021? Coming soon. I thought they already, okay, yeah, they haven't done it by team yet. But Winkowski is not on here. So, again, he's just like a very minor prospect. But for the Red Sox, that's what they need to do. They need to beef up their farm. The Mets, they need some more talent in their farm. The Red Sox need depth. So, have to wait and see. I don't know here. Is there any updates on this? No updates. So, I don't know. Go back to Twitter. Still looking to see who the other players are. I'm hearing the Red Sox will end up with more than 2 players in the Benintendi deal. Could be as many as 5. I'm wondering, there's got to be someone coming from the Mets. There has to be. Because the Mets are right now, this is very lopsided for the Mets. So, I'm curious to see who they're parting with. Because they're getting a decent prospect. Are they going to be parting with a major league guy? Who could they be parting with? So, I mean, we can go here to the simulator. I can plug all this in. Now, I think you're going to be seeing some pieces from the Mets going to the Red Sox. And then maybe to the Royals, too. So, okay, let's do 3-team trade. Here we go. Royals in the middle. Mets on the right. And then Red Sox on the left. Alrighty, so to the Red Sox, or to the Royals, the Red Sox are sending Benintendi. I believe they're sending cash as well. Was that also? I think there was cash. Right? Doesn't say cash. As part of the return. Can anyone confirm if there was cash? Has anyone seen that? The Red Sox throwing in cash? So, reporting 3-way deal. Mats. I don't know if there's any. I don't know if the Red Sox are sending money back. Here we go. Passan. So it's not complete as of an hour ago, but it looks like it's going that way, obviously. I'm not seeing any details. Man, nothing. It looks like it's going to be something that they're going to be working through the night. But I don't know. Like, let me actually go back here to the trade boards. John Bitzer. Perfect. Cash from the Mets. Hello, John. How are you doing tonight? As we can see, we're on baseball trade values. So we're seeing a lot of 3-way trades right now with this. Oh, my goodness. We have a full page. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, we're seeing a lot of ideas out here of what it could be. Now, I'm guessing the Red Sox are going to be getting some prospect from the Mets, I would imagine. Or even a Major League ready piece. I don't know. Where do they even have Major League that they would send back? Or maybe they... I don't know. Maybe because they're... we'll get to the Kris Bryant and the Eugenio Suarez stuff in a little bit, but could they maybe be trying to clear a roster spot to maybe acquire a third baseman, which is what they're reportedly looking to upgrade. So, I don't know. But we're seeing a lot of different things here. Here was the original one. But yeah, like I said, the way it's currently constructed, the Mets are definitely winning this trade. But this trade is not. This is not the trade. But it's like kind of a slight blueprint. But the Mets. So like John said, John, thank you again for coming out tonight. Probably the Mets probably just throwing some cash. So let's actually do the simulator. All right. So 3-team trade. There's probably so many people on here doing three-way trades right now. Alrighty, here we go. 255 people in the chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming out tonight. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. What is going on? William Fulgham with a $3.99 super chat. Winkowski going to the Red Sox from the Mets. Oh, okay, so he's from the Mets. Oh, so where did he rank on the Mets? The three-way trades, man. They always confuse me. So when he's probably in the top 30. Okay, so he's number 26. Okay. Man, he's kind of close to Major League ready. 6'4". Pretty good height for a pitcher. Hey, 55 slider. That's what I like to see. 50 fastball. Not a great changeup, but what can you do? Here we go. Tall and lean with a solid athleticism plus pitchability. Winkowski relies heavily on a sinker that averages around 93 miles an hour and a slider that has a solid out pitch. He throws downhill using his height to create angles. He occasionally short arms. The potential is there for Winkowski to become a back-end starter or a long reliever in the big leagues. He has good feel on the mound and some deception in his delivery. That's always nice to see. Relatively young for where he's played. Winkowski has performed well. Sounds like he could be a solid guy. Maybe even come out of the bullpen a little bit for the Red Sox at some point. I'm okay with that. Thank you, William Fulgham, for that. Really appreciate that. So, all right, let's plug this in. Here we go. So let's get the Royals. Let's get the Mets. All righty. Here we go. So, Benintendi to the Royals. Let's do... Okay, so Royals, we're getting Cordero to the Red Sox. And then... That was... Okay... And then Winkowski going to the Red Sox as well. And then Mets probably sending the Royals cash. So, I think. So let's just do 4 cash, I guess. What is Benintendi making? He's making... So he's going to be making $5 million this year. So... I wonder how much they would pay. I don't know. Whatever. But let's just put... I don't know. Let's just put 2 for now. Going to the Royals. And then going from the Royals to the Mets, we got Lee. All right. So, again, as of right now, the Mets... are definitely still in the driver's seat in this trade. So, man, I would imagine the Mets they're going to be sending off someone. And well, they sent out Winkowski. I don't know. Am I doing something wrong on this? The three-way trades always confuse me. So add cash. All right. So yeah, maybe a little more cash. And it kind of brings it back even. 6.6 this year, plus a raise next year. So, John, would you think they would pay the whole contract? I mean, he's going to be making 6.6 this year. So would they pay the whole thing? So I'll just put 5. Or let's just put 6. So then, okay, now you're looking pretty close. So I think maybe the Mets, they're going to have to give up one more thing. So, maybe one more piece going to the Royals. Well, I don't know, but it says that. But then this report was saying earlier that I'm hearing the Red Sox will end up with more than 2 players. So, I mean, I don't know. And so I would imagine it's coming from the Mets. If they're already giving up this much cash, but they're still in -3, then I would imagine I don't know. So I guess whatever. I'll just plug something in. I don't know. Like someone like a Santos maybe. And then you're kind of close. I don't know. I could maybe see something like this. I don't know. I think the Red Sox, I would imagine they're going to get some kind of another pitching prospect. That's what Bloom, I would imagine is trying to start loading up on more pitchers. So at least that's what I think he needs to do. I mean, we need more pitching depth in that farm system. There's not much. So, but yeah, everyone, I mean, maybe this is what we're kind of looking at. I mean, I'm sure I'm not even close, but, I mean, to be honest, but here are my final thoughts on the trade itself, as a Red Sox fan. If we can, to be honest with you, I am actually a little excited about Cordero. I am. I didn't really know too much of him or too much about him before starting the stream tonight, but looked at some video. The guy's got a solid build. He's got tons of raw power. Just watching him, just the ball come off the bat, look great. I mean, so I'm excited about that power potential. But if the Red Sox can get a couple of pitching prospects out of this, I'm okay with that because that's what I think the Red Sox need to do for the long term. Yeah, they haven't had to make the most fan-friendly deals. Trading Mookie Betts last offseason. Now they're trading Benintendi. Fans love Benintendi in Boston. So, but if you can make those unpopular trades, but you're building depth again for the future, I'm okay with that. And because that's what I really think the Red Sox need to do. You guys got to understand here, they went all in 2018. And while that was great, they won a World Series. It kind of handicapped the Red Sox a little bit, for the future. So the Red Sox, I was listening to the Chaim Bloom interview today on the Section 10 podcast with Jared Carrabis, and Chaim Bloom was saying, yeah, like the trade itself was great. Or what am I talking about? The trade itself with Mookie Betts was not great, to swallow as a Red Sox fan, but you had to kind of make that move to kind of start setting yourself up again for the future. So, and I agree. I've kind of felt that way ever since with Mookie. I mean, there's a lot of reasons I have for why I was okay with trading Mookie Betts, but I think for the Red Sox, they need to start adding some depth into that farm system again. And you're going to have to make some unpopular moves here and there. But, I think this is what you kind of got to do. If the Red Sox can get at least a couple of pitching prospects out of this, I'd be happy with it. Yeah, I would hate to see Benintendi go. When he made that diving catch against the Astros in the 2018 playoffs, man, that was awesome. That was I was freaking out. Like Benintendi, I love Benintendi. Love Andrew Benintendi. He's always kind of just kept to himself a little bit. He's always been more of a quiet guy. I don't know. I just like that he just played. He just played the game hard. And it's unfortunate to see, him dip this past year and kind of everything just spiraled out of control. But I hope for him, I hope he gets a fresh start with the Royals. I hope he gets just a better opportunity here. Hopefully he can get himself right again. I think the Royals are a great fit. I'm excited to see what the Royals can do this year. I think they're a pretty underrated team. Look out for the Royals. I like some of their moves. So, yeah, Paul, I understand. But, over the years as a Red Sox fan, I used to react pretty emotionally, if someone got traded or, whatever. But as time has gone by, I have gotten less and less attached to some players. Mookie was hard. That was hard. But I always, it took me about 5 minutes to really move on from it, to be honest with you, because I just knew it was just going to be best for the long term. So that's just how I am now. With trades, I mean, I don't get as emotional with this kind of stuff anymore. I just look at it as all right, what's the next step? What are we doing next? Of course, I would have loved to have Mookie Betts stay for the rest of his career in Boston, but it just wasn't in the cards. So, but now with Benintendi, if we're able to get a package of guys back, someone like a Cordero who has raw power, tons of power potential, I'm okay with that. And then you can get a couple of pitching prospects with it as well. Maybe even another infield prospect or something, anything. I think the Red Sox, they need depth. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, depth in any system is so underrated. You got to have it. You got to have pitching depth in your system. You got to have the outfield depth, the infield depth, because guys are going to go down, guys are going to struggle. You got to keep the wheels going, you know? And you can't just go so heavily onto like major league talent. You got to kind of think about tomorrow as well. You got to think about today, but you got to think about tomorrow. That's why, like, I'm okay with the Nolan Arenado trade. I know that a lot of people in here might not like it, but I thought it was good for the Rockies to do. I wouldn't have even signed him long term to begin with, but I think that was just good for them to do. So, but that's kind of how I'm feeling with Benintendi. I love Benintendi, always will. Will always love the 2018 championship. Will always love the little dance routine they had in the outfield when they would win a game. Do the little photo shoot. But, you know, I always love Benintendi. He was definitely one of my favorites. But, you know, it's a new era in Boston. We got to start moving on a little bit. And if we're able to get back a decent package in return, I'm okay with that. So, but, alrighty, everyone. That's enough with Benintendi for now. So, let's actually stick with the Red Sox here. The Red Sox actually did make a signing today. So, and I love it. I love this. I think it's awesome. So, you know, you had the whole thing with Tomoyuki Sagano. The Red Sox were in on him, according to reports. I didn't really buy it too much that they were in so much on him because he was probably going to cost a little bit of money. So, did end up getting him. I really would have liked the Red Sox to get Kohei Arihara. Because I knew he was going to be a lot cheaper than Sugano. And the Red Sox were in on Arihara until the end. And they just got beat out by the Rangers. But the Red Sox have agreed to terms with Hirokazu Sawamura. I love this name. This guy, I think, could end up being a fan favorite in Boston. This dude throws in the upper 90s. He's got a low 90s splitter. Why have I not even heard of this guy? Why? It's like this guy has a ton of potential for the major leagues. So, let's take a look here. Here we go. Sharing the screen. So, as of right now, it does say making progress on a deal. It looks like it is agreed upon. Probably get some finer details need to be ironed out. But, so last year, he's 32 years old. He is turning 33 by opening day. Or at least around opening day. But last year, he was with the Yomiuri Giants. And then he got traded to the Marines. He got traded to I'm not sure what city, but he got traded to the Marines during the middle of the season. And then down the stretch for them, he had a 1.71 ERA and a 29-10 strikeout to walk ratio. That's awesome. Over 21 innings. So he was horrible with the Giants in the beginning of the year. He was not striking guys out. He was walking guys. But this is a guy where, oh my, I'm telling you, like I was watching some stuff on him. This guy could end up being pretty good. I could actually maybe see this guy maybe even being a closer. Have to wait and see. So let's take a look here. Alrighty. So, where is the video? Okay, no video there. Had the video. Boston Globe. Are they even going to let me watch it? Or do I got to pay for it? There we go. Cool. All right, so here is Sawamura. So, you know, he just throws hard. He throws gas. He throws gas, man. He's definitely a reliever kind of guy. You know, he's basically a two-pitch guy, fastball splitter. But the dude just throws gas. Look at that. He's painting the outside corner right there. But I'm pretty excited to see what he can do in a Red Sox uniform. Got a lot of effort in that delivery, but it's clean at the same time. Is what I just like it. I think this guy could end up being a decent closer or setup man. Look at that splitter. Holy cow. That splitter just disappears. Look at this splitter one more time. Ooh, just dives into the dirt. It just disappears. Crazy, man. Look at this in slow-mo. just gone. Crazy, man. I really like this. I had not heard of this guy. I mean, he just throws good velocity. I love it. I absolutely love this for the Red Sox. Just acquiring guys, where just there's no risk involved. You're getting him for pretty cheap. Let's actually, hold on. What happened to the article? Here we go. So, again, they're only signing him for what looks like a 2-year, $2.4 million deal. And then he's got some incentives on top of that as well, performance bonuses. I really think this could end up being a steal for the Red Sox. A steal. Everyone was so focused on Sugano at the beginning of the offseason. I would have liked Arihara with the Red Sox, really would. But I like this. I like this a lot. Hirokazu Sawamura. So, but that is enough Red Sox for now. I think we have talked enough Red Sox. Now, let's move on to the last quick little story. It's really nothing new, but stuff has been kind of picking up a little bit with the Mets. They are trying to possibly upgrade at third base. You've been hearing these two names. Out there this whole offseason, Eugenio Suarez and Kris Bryant. Could we finally maybe be seeing some kind of a trade? The Mets are trying to supposedly upgrade at the third base position. So let me pull up the article here. Alrighty, sharing the screen. So as of right now, the Mets, they have called about Kris Bryant and they have called about Eugenio Suarez this offseason. So as of right now, according to reports, both teams, they want Francisco Alvarez in return. I think if you're the Mets, you got to hang on to Francisco Alvarez. You got to hang on to him. Don't let him go. I think that could end up being a really good player for the Mets. Definitely would not get rid of him. I would definitely, if I could get something done by including a J.D. Davis, I would. I absolutely would. I think J.D. Davis has awesome offensive potential, but I think I just don't like the defense with him. I think Kris Bryant would be a great fit for the Mets. I think Kris Bryant, I think you're going to see a bounce back year from him. I don't think you're going to keep seeing like this terrible Kris Bryant that we saw in 2020. I think you're going to see a pretty decent season from him. I think if the Mets can get him, I think that would be a good move for them. Eugenio Suarez, I think that would be really good too. He has a better contract. So Bryant, I think this year is going to be making like what, $19 million. Suarez, I think, what is Suarez even going to be making? Suarez stats. He's not making much. I think it's what, it's not much at all. So it's under $10 million per year on average. But I think with him, I think this would be a really good bat for the middle of that lineup too. I like Bryant better defensively, but I think if the Mets, if they can get something done with a Bryant, I think that would be great. So if we actually maybe go take a look at some trades here. So taking a look here, Mets, and let's do the Cubs. All right, so with Bryant, very interesting because Bryant does not have much value as of right now, 2.8 value. So if you're the Mets, I mean, what do you give this? Unless the Cubs, they throw in some money. So let's say they pay half. So let's just put, I don't know, 9. So then at this point, wait, hold on. So if you throw in some cash, you can end up getting something back. So, well, what do you send back? So I would imagine they would want some prospects, high upside guys. If we go take a look, Mets top prospects. Alrighty, so they're definitely not going to part with either a Mauricio or an Alvarez. Definitely not Beatty here, not Allen. Don't think they're going to get rid of Crow Armstrong. Not going to get rid of JT Ginn. I think those guys I think they're just too valuable. Maybe a JT Ginn, but you got to be like blown away. They just got him, so I think they like him. So could you maybe do like a Vientos, something like that? Taking a look here. So could you maybe just do a Vientos? I don't know. I think, maybe not. His value actually is higher than this. So maybe they hang on to him. Maybe instead of a Vientos, you can do go into the mid-range, the sort of the mid-tier here. Kind of just start plugging away. Let's take Vientos out. Here we go. All right, so you could do Ramirez. Where is Ramirez? So he's number 13. You can do Ramirez. Who is the next guy? So Dominguez. So Dominguez, number 11. You can do Dominguez. Maybe you can do Ali Sanchez. Maybe you can do Ali. Nah, I don't know. Maybe like a Carlos Cortez. Where is Cortez? Something like that. And then you're getting kind of close here. So maybe just like one more guy. Maybe just like I don't know. Maybe like a Valdez maybe. Do you already have Valdez? No. I mean, I think that's pretty close. I think that's pretty close if you ask me. If you're doing for a Kris Bryant, get some cash back for the Mets as well. I think of the Cubs here, you can get a package like this, 4 guys. I think that maybe you can get one more out of it. I think you can get one more out of it. I mean, it's Kris Bryant. I don't know. Kind of just go for like someone high upside. Maybe like a Tone. I don't know. Maybe like an Acosta maybe. I don't know, something like this. Something like this. You got a few outfielders here. Swap out one of the outfielders for like an infielder. Maybe like a Mazaika. Let's take out. Let's take out Cortez. All right, so then, I don't know. You see where I'm getting at here. Like just a package of guys. Just high upside guys. The highest one that I have in this trade would be Ramirez. He is, as of right now, the number 13 guy. He's got a lot of value on baseball trade values. So then Dominguez would be the highest according to MLB.com. So I think this is something realistic that you're going to see if you do see a Kris Bryant get moved. I could see something like this, high upside guys. That's kind of what the Cubs are trying to do. They're trying to restock that farm system a little bit. They're trying to add some depth back into that farm system. I think if you're the Mets, I think this would be a great move. If you can get the Cubs to pay some of that contract, I think that'd be great for the Mets. I think that'd be awesome. So have to wait and see here. Definitely could go after Eugenio Suarez too. I personally think Bryant would be the better fit with the Mets. I think Bryant, I don't know. I just like Bryant on both sides of the ball. I'm going to count on Bryant having a bounce back season this year. That's just my opinion. But, alrighty. So everyone, that is all I got. I'm not gonna ramble on anymore. So we really didn't have too much to talk about. I just want to kind of talk about those, few main stories for tonight. We have seen some other things. Let me actually pull up some stuff here. So we've seen kind of minor things. Here we go. I saw Kinsler. Marlins, they're getting Adam Duvall. So I think that's a pretty decent signing for the Marlins. I think that's pretty good. You're going to get him for cheap. Kinsler. Let me pull up the story. Brandon Kinsler is going to go to the Phillies. Again, for the Phillies, I think that's fine. Adding in some depth for that bullpen. They just need to start adding in guys. That's what they need to do. They just need to start bringing in these guys. Kinsler was pretty good last year. He was pretty good. Not a lot of strikeouts from him, but hey, he got the job done. So the FIP was high, though, this year. So I am curious to see if he would translate well with the Phillies. I don't know. That FIP was high. 2019, he was pretty good, though. He was pretty good in 2019 with the Cubs. 2018 was kind of whatever. But 2018 was pretty good. So I think Kinsler could be decent with the Phillies. Yeah, Giants, they got Jake McGee. 2-year deal for $7 million. So Jake McGee, he was with the Dodgers this past year, winning a World Series there. I think this is good. Good move. Good for the bullpen. He's familiar with that division, so I think that's good for the Giants. So let me see if there is anything else that I missed. Looks like I got everything. Oh, there was this too. No negotiations between the Yankees and Brett Gardner. So it's looking like maybe Brett Gardner is going to be moving on. I mean, that's crazy to think about. So I have an interesting thought. I'm probably way off on this. But could you maybe see Brett Gardner on the Red Sox? I mean, could you? I don't know. What are you gonna go with? You're gonna have Cordero as your opening day left fielder, or are you gonna have him go to the minors? Maybe. I don't know. I think why couldn't Brett Gardner go to the Red Sox on a cheap deal? I'm not trying to troll. I'm not. I'm just saying the Red Sox could use a left fielder, a veteran guy. Gardner probably, maybe he wants more playing time. He would have playing time in Boston. So he's either a Cardinal or a Philly. Is that confirmed? Is that a confirmed thing? Did I miss that? CBS Sports 3 hours ago. Yankees have yet to offer a deal. Yeah, I mean, he could go to the Cardinals. I don't know. I don't see the Cardinals. I don't see that. Well, I think it would be good, but would they? I don't think the Cardinals would do it. You got Bader out in center, Carlson. They already got Lane Thomas and Tyler O'Neill. I don't know. I don't see that. I think they'll just stick with one of these guys. I think it would be good for them. But now the Phillies. Why would the Phillies do it? The Phillies need a center fielder. That makes no sense for the Phillies. They got McCutchen. He's not going to play center. He's not going to the Phillies. Marlins are trying to trade Cooper. Garrett Cooper. Dodgers have inquired. Yeah. I guess he can play out in center, James. I wouldn't want him out in center. He's not bad. He's just getting old. He's 38 now? You really want him running around out in center field? I don't know. All right, so Garrett Cooper. All right, so we dive into the latest news and rumors surrounding the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers have reportedly inquired about Miami Marlins first baseman Garrett Cooper. We break down Cooper's career with the Fish. All right, so it looks like that's a preview. Oh, it's a preview for a video. Okay, so let's actually go take a look at Garrett Cooper. Garrett Cooper on Baseball Reference. Alrighty. Pretty good last year. Wow. Pretty good. 853 OPS, 353 on base, 283 batting average. Yeah, it's pretty good. So would he come off the bench? Hasn't been in the majors very long. He was with the Yankees. He did pretty good in 2019. 791. pretty good. So I don't know. I guess he would be more of like a bat off the bench, maybe, because you got Muncy at first, and then third. Can he play third? So yeah, sounds like he would be more of like a platoon kind of a guy. So yeah, James, I'm seeing. Yes. Okay, so let's go to the splits. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, it's funny, the OPS, it's not too far off with each. But yeah, right-handers. Yeah, definitely, but he's going to be better against righties for sure. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Here we go. Padres are also interested in Cooper. Hey, sounds like Cooper maybe could be on the move. Have to take a look out for the rest of for whatever little offseason we have left. So offseason is coming to an end here soon. Pitchers and catchers are reporting very soon. I'm pretty intrigued about Gardner not going back to the Yankees. To me, Gardner is just a Yankee. Every time I think of Brett Gardner, I just think he's such a perfect Yankee. You know? Man. He's still really solid. Still really solid. Good on base, 354. Hey. So played a lot this year. 49 games out of the 60. You know, the average is never going to be too high with him, but he's a guy that, you know, I can't stand Brett Gardner. That guy kills the Red Sox. He is so good against the Red Sox. He destroys our hopes and dreams. So, man, I don't know. I mean, he had the 28 homers in 2019. So, I have to wait and see what happens with Brett Gardner. Just saying, I would not mind Brett Gardner at Fenway Park. I really would not. I would not mind him at Fenway at all. I think that would be a good veteran, cheap. I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all. But I'm definitely interested to see where he goes. So, but alrighty, everyone. That's all I got for tonight. I'm getting tired. It has been a long day today. Long day today. But, again, the big news today, Andrew Benintendi being traded to the Royals. The Mets possibly looking to upgrade third base. Could we be seeing something heat up on that front here soon? Red Sox have signed Hirokazu Sawamura. And that are the top stories for tonight, everyone. Everyone, thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. If you can, before you get out of here, hit that subscribe button for me. If you are looking for more news and content in the baseball world, hit that like button for me. That way we can get this stream out to more baseball fans that weren't able to make it in tonight. Go follow me on Twitter if you want to talk some baseball throughout the day. But everyone, that is all I have. I want to thank you so much again for coming out. Have a great night. And as always, I'll talk to you next time.